Lines this one, the first pitch into right field. Runner's going to round second, throw to third. They're going to have a shot, and it got it.
Welcome back to Inside Louisiana Athletics. I'm your host, Ben Schaefer, keeping you up to date on all things Ragin' Cajun. Let's get you caught up on all the action from this past week. The boys of spring are officially back. Friday night was opening day at the Teague as the Cajuns started off the 2025 baseball season with a 3-game set versus San Jose State. The Cajuns' top 3 hitters, Maddox Mandino, Drew Markle, and Lee Amade, all drove in runs to get the bats rolling. Sophomore Chase Morgan got the start for the Cajuns, and he put on a clinic. He hurled 5 innings, striking out 7, and only giving up 1 run. James Trimble came in relief and was just as dominant. He went 4 innings, striking out 5, and closing out the 7-2 win on Friday night. The Cajuns would go on to fall in their Saturday and Sunday games to end the weekend series with a 1-2 record. This week, the Teague will be home to a midweek game as the Cajuns take on Texas Southern Tuesday night. Then Friday night, number 24 ranked Nebraska comes to town for a weekend series. You can watch the Tuesday and Friday night games on ESPN+. This past weekend, softball hosted the first of 2 Ragin' Cajun Invitational tournaments. The Cajuns got off to a roaring start in this one Friday night, first with a 4-1 win over Northern Illinois, then a walk-off win in extras over Ole Miss by a score of 6-5. Ultimately, the Cajuns finished the weekend with a 3-2 record with a Mercy Rule win over Central Arkansas Sunday afternoon. This coming weekend, Louisiana will be at Lamson Park once again for the second Ragin' Cajuns Invitational. It all starts Saturday afternoon when the Cajuns take on Houston at 1 p.m. and then face Kansas City right after. Sunday, the Cajuns will have another doubleheader facing Houston in both games. The first game will start at 1 p.m. All 4 of these games will be airing on ESPN+. Women's basketball was on a homestand this week with a pair of games. Wednesday afternoon, they took on Texas State. The Cajuns' trio of guards, Tamia Robinson, Nubia Benedict, and Erica Lafayette, combined for 49 points in this one. An 11-0 run in the fourth quarter sealed the deal, giving the Cajuns the decisive win, 71-54. Saturday afternoon, they faced off against the ULM Warhawks. The Cajuns would get off to a hot start in this one, holding a 21-point lead at halftime. Louisiana would keep that momentum in the second half. Erica Lafayette led the team with 22 points and was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc to help the Cajuns secure the 80-60 win. Saturday was also senior day for women's basketball. In post-game ceremonies, 10 seniors were honored. This week, the Cajuns will rematch both of their opponents from last week, but this time on the road. Wednesday, they take on Texas State starting at 5 p.m., and Saturday they travel to Monroe to face the Warhawks starting at 2 p.m. You will be able to watch both of these games on ESPN+. After a 2-game road trip, men's basketball returned home last week for a pair of games. Wednesday night, they would fall to Troy 74-56. Saturday night, it was senior day as the Cajuns faced off against Marshall. Louisiana honored 4 seniors in pre-game ceremonies. One of these seniors, Kentrell Garnett, has broken the program record for games played and has cracked the school's top 5 list for career 3-pointers. This game was a showcase for the Cajuns. Mustafa El Mutaouakil led the team with 23 points on the day, and Christian Wright was not far behind, putting up 20 points of his own. The Cajuns' defense held strong in the second half, and Louisiana closed out this win by a score of 79-68. Looking ahead, this week the Cajuns will be on the road. Thursday night, starting at 6, it'll be a rematch, Louisiana versus Troy. Then Saturday, the Cajuns travel to Hattiesburg to take on Southern Miss. This game starts off at 7 p.m. Both of these games will be streaming on ESPN+. Last Tuesday, women's tennis would fall on the road versus Tulane. However, they returned home to the Cajun courts Friday afternoon to face Tyler Junior College. The Cajuns were dominant in this matchup, sweeping the 7-0 win. Men's tennis was out of town for a pair of matchups versus New Mexico and Oregon. The Cajuns would fall in both of these matchups. This past weekend, Louisiana's track and field team competed in the Music City Challenge, hosted by Vanderbilt in Nashville. This is their final event before the Sun Belt Conference Championships. The Cajuns had another impressive showing. They finished the event with 3 school records and 11 program top 5s. To see the full list of results, visit RagingCajuns.com/track and field. This Monday, Louisiana Golf opened their spring campaign by playing at the Border Olympics, hosted by the University of Houston. This tournament is 54 holes, with 36 holes having been played Monday and 18 holes being played today as of the release of this video. Results will be posted as soon as possible on RagingCajuns.com/golf. And that's your recap of all the action from this past week inside Louisiana Athletics. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Cajuns!